Hey, what's up everyone? My name is George and today we're going to check out Survey Sparrow, which is a form creator. Now in this video, I'm going to show you how nice the form looks, check out the templates, work a little bit with the templates, show you how conditional logic works, and also embed it on my site. So all that in this video to help you out get started with Survey Sparrow. So let's jump over to my desktop and check it out. Alright guys, this is my Survey Sparrow dashboard, and the first thing that you're going to have to do is jump over to the top right where the orange button says New Survey. We're going to click on that and we're going to get 5 options. So we got the classic survey that we're going to check out more in depth. We got the chat survey that I'm going to show you how it works on my site, how I embedded that. The NPS survey, offline survey, which I also think is really interesting because you can use this, for example, say you're at an expo booth, right? And you are showing off things, but the internet is really bad because there's hundreds of people connected to the internet. Well, you download this on your Android or iOS phone or tablet, and you can have the survey offline there. So you don't need internet for the form to actually work. So that's pretty cool. And next thing is the 360 survey type. So all of these are different type of surveys for different type of situations. Now in this case, let's jump over to classic survey and let's start off with browse classic templates. My favorite thing when I create things is using templates because they save me a ton of time. I hate doing everything from scratch because I mean it's just time consuming, right? So you have all these available options and you got categories on the left. So for example, let's just say, you know what, it's online shopping surveys. Let's just check out how that looks. And it gives you a demo and you can go through the demo just to check it out. Look how nice these look. They look modern, they look clean, they look interactive. You can just go through it, see what type of questions, how the survey looks, and if it's something that you like, then you can use it. Even the little hands right here. And if that's not what you like, you can go back right here, back to templates, and we can check out another one. So for example, this one, a retail store experience survey. So maybe you have a retail store and this works already for you, right? So you think this is good? Check out the flow, see how it works. If that's something you like, you can go for that. Or for example, I don't know, bot templates, events, healthcare, I'll do marketing, right? And check out these ones, product feedback survey. So let's check out this one. All right, so we got some text on this one. How did you first learn about the product? Okay, so you can even type the text right here, check it out. Click on that, more questions, and let's just say, you know what? I like how this looks. I like how it feels. You can choose the template. And once you choose it, it's gonna load it. All right, let's call it something and say this one is my video test, right? So, and this is a classic form and workspaces general. Now you can create more workspaces depending on what you need to separate your forms. That's the way to do it. And this is how you're going to be greeted. Let me show you a little bit how the UI works and then we'll tweak this template. So for example, here we got the settings, the build settings. So here we got all the separate questions, how they look. All right. Next thing we got is the design. Let's just say you don't like the look of this one, how it flows or the colors. You could just switch it off. So let's just say, all right, I want to use this one because it goes more with my branding. All right. So that could work. You got more designs right here, more and more. Let's just say, for example, apply this one, little kind of pinkish one, or this one, just depends what you like. And let's just say you want to go back. Here's the one it's by default. But let's just say you want to edit this theme. You want to switch it up a little bit more, right? So you like kind of the colors, but you know what? Red is not my style. Maybe it's orange. All right. So let's switch that to orange. And now the button is in orange. Now, if you want to change more, you can change the settings right here, like font, button style, advanced background settings, CSS customization. So if you want to customize this even further, that's available. And you got my themes also. Let's save changes to this one. You can save the themes if you like this to create a brand new form and you like what you did on the other theme, you can use it later on. So easy and straightforward. Next thing we got is the global variations right here. So these are the global ones that are created by default, but you can create more custom ones. Next thing we got is languages. Languages, I think it's super awesome because it's super easy to use. Let me show you. Let's just say my native language is Spanish. So this is Spanish, right? So let's just say, you know what, Spanish for me is easy. I could change English to Spanish in a breeze, but I don't want to do that, all right? I want to do something like not Arabic, something Polish, right? Polish. I mean, that I don't know Polish, I really don't. So I'm going to use Google Translate and I'm going to proceed. So Google Translate is gonna do this for me. And boom, I got Polish, right? And if I want to add a new language again, let's choose Spanish. Well, we're Spanish. Okay, that got lost. All right, let's do Russian. Proceed. Now we got English, Polish, and Russian, all translated and easy. And I'll show you how that looks at the end. Next thing we got is configuration. You got general settings like the name, the workspace. You could change all this again. There's a default link that you could change that also. You got notifications if you want to send a thank you email, response, who to send it to, the subject, and the message. You can customize all of that. You can use also variables inside of here. So if someone used the name or something that you used on the form, like, hey, what was your score on something? You can put that there with the variation. And I'll show you that also. And print survey if you want to do that. So those are the basic things. But let's just say you've been editing this and you want to see how it looks. Well, you can jump over to preview. So if you click preview, we actually see how the form looks. Check that out. And obviously we can't go next because you have to put the form information there. Okay, this is not my logo. I am going to add my logo to get started. I'm going to upload and I'm going to choose that one. All right, so it's my little octopus logo right there. We can add some text like hello. Remember, this is all for testing purposes. This is not going to look nice. The button label says right now, you bet. So I would say get started. All right, so just a little bit different. You can add some media also and description. Let's just preview that really quickly because we made some changes and check how easy that was. Now I see my logo and it says get started instead of the other one. Oh, and really quickly, remember I told you about the languages? People are gonna click on this right here and they got, for example, Russian. I don't know what the heck it says, but it's in Russian, all right? And it's just as easy as that. And Polish, there's Polish now. I mean, I don't know what it says, but it's translated. Okay, the fun start, the form. This is the form. Check this out. Remember the form, how we saw that? Let's just see how it flows really quickly. We get started and question, how did you first learn about this product? Google. All right, let's go next. How likely are you to recommend our product to a friend or a colleague? So most likely 10. And it just goes on and on. But let's just say I want to add a new variable into this template. So let's click on add new. And we get all these options available. Obviously, if you hover in each one of these, you get a description of what it does. For example, rating, you get a little image right there. It's going to be the stars and what's it for, right? So in this case, text, email, contact. I'm going to add a text one right here because in this form, it doesn't ask for your name. So we're going to say, what's your name? Okay. We're going to leave it as that. No logic in this one, just plain. And we're going to put it all the way on top. See how I just dragged it? I put it on the top. So now it's gonna ask for your name in the beginning. Let me click preview, get started, and now it asks your name. Next question is, how did you first learn about our product? In this case, I am gonna use a variable, okay? A variable is something that we used before, you can use it after. That's kind of like an easy explanation. So let's just say, how did you first learn about our product? And remember, we asked for a name before this, so I'm gonna use that. How did you find our product? And we're gonna click on the variable right here and we're gonna drag down and this one, answer to what's your name and question mark. Okay, so now it's gonna use whatever I typed as a name right there. So it's a little bit more customizable and a variable. I'm gonna show you more variables in a bit. Let's preview this and we're gonna get started. We are gonna respond to my name, which is George or Jorge in Spanish. And I'm gonna click next. And remember, we used the variable, so now it says, how did you first learn about our product, comma, George. So that makes it more customizable. See how I use that variable right there? Easy and fast. Okay, let's do it again. So now the next question is, how likely are you to recommend our product to a friend? And it's cool. It's easy, right? Labeled least likely or most likely, you could change that and change the step numbers right here. We don't want to use logic, but we're going to use logic on the new one, on the next question that we have. So let's add a brand new one, and we're going to also add a text right here. We're going to let them add multiple lines if they need, and it doesn't have to be required. If you want them to require to answer, that's available. In this case, we're going to say, why did you not like our product? Okay, simple as that. Why am I going to choose this? Because we're going to use logic. So again, let's click on logic right here. And this is going to be a display logic. So that means that it's going to display yes or not depending on a variable, on a logic. So for example, this is going to be from the questions, and from the last question was how likely are you to recommend our product? All right, so it's going to be based on this one. And if the score is, it could be less than or greater than or equal or not equal, is not answered or not answered. In this case, it's going to be less than. So what it's going to do is it's going to display this question, why did you not like our product, if we select less than 4. Now, before we do that, we need to drag this to the top over here. So it's after that question of those numbers of how likely are you to recommend our product. Okay, so let's preview this right here. And we're going to click on get started. I'm going to put my name. Go next, and I'll just say test right here. And remember, we're going to select less than 4. So I'll just click 3, for example, and boom, we got that question. Why did you not like our product? So now we got that logic right there. But let's start over again. What happens if I don't use that? So I'll click get started. I'll do George again. I'll do test. And now I'll select, for example, an 8. Boom, it'll jump to the next question. So it jumped that conditional logic since it was greater than 4. So that helps you get a little bit more in-depth information or use it for a whole bunch of things. I mean, logic is kind of endless when you want to use it. And you can do it with every single question right here with a conditional logic if you want. So for example, if they skip the question, for example, if it's later, less, greater, equal, not equal, if it's answered or not answered, so it displays another questions or not, or skip logic, so also that it's available. And it's pretty easy to use, as you can see right here on this demo. So all of that is super easy. Now, what else can we do? Well, we can integrate our form. So in this case, we got integrations right here like Google Analytics, MailChimp, Slack, Facebook Pixel, super recommended. If you don't know what Facebook Pixel is, I recommend that you jump into a video specific of Facebook Pixel. You really need to take advantage of that. HubSpot, Survey Sparrow Audience, Google Sheets. This is one of my favorites because from here, I can keep track of everything that's going on. So I can keep track of all my results in my Google Sheets and also in my results here on Survey Sparrow. Google Sheets, it's super easy to get integrated. I was also surprised how easy it was. Most of the form creators out there, you need to like go into Google Sheets, create the form, grab a special link, activate that link, and then put it over here. Well, in this one, it could do it for you. So for example, it can create a brand new form. So for example, test Survey Sparrow form. Okay, and it'll create it for me. I can import old responses if I already had Survey Sparrow already working, but if not, I can connect. Now before this, I already connected my Google account, so this was easier for me. And all it did, it created a Google form for me, and it created all the spaces. So I can view my Google Sheet right here. Click on that. And it created every single one of the questions that I created. It's already here, and it'll already create all those for me. So I can keep as a secondary form over there where it just has everything there. Now from there, I can do other things with Google Sheets because it's super like flexible. Next thing we have is webhooks. Webhooks is also super easy to use. If you're using Zapier, Integromat, Pabbly, just anything that has webhooks enabled for you to do, you can use it and move your results to somewhere else or do more things with it. So for example, Zapier, it'll send all the information and you can use conditional logic over there and do other things with it. Even send it to your email marketing services from here. And also if you want to get more advanced, you got API available. So all that's available. Next thing we have is share. Sharing has a whole bunch of ways to share this. If you can go simple by using the link. So let me open incognito mode, open this link. And there's my form, all right? Super easy and super fast. Full width, full page, easy. We got our language over here. We got next and back, everything in one single place. Let me close that. You can send the form by email. You can create an URL. So for example, if you want to create this URL, you can change the image to yours. Go back to share. You got social sharing also. If you want to share it to Facebook, you can customize that and then share it to Facebook. Embed, which I'm going to show you. You can embed this form So for example, this is the form. This logo is a little bit big for this form. You can change the width, height. You can use a JavaScript to embed it somewhere and on your site, or you can use WordPress shortcode. Now, to use WordPress embed code, you need to install the Survey Sparrow plugin. Easy, nothing complex, nothing to set up. You just install it, and then you can use these shortcodes. But I'll show you how this one works. Easy. So let me go into this site right here. And I'm using a Divi builder, but you might be using something else. You might be using HTML, Elementor, or something else. Just enable a little code snippet. All right, in this case, it's Divi. I'll select code, and I'll paste this code right here. And I'll go next. And it's embedded right there. So I'm gonna save it now. Okay, you're gonna see how easy that is. Just wait for that to save so we can actually jump into the demo. Okay, saved. So let me refresh this right here, which is that link to that edited link. All right, we're gonna scroll down, and here we go. We got the embed form right here. So we can get started. It's embedded on my site, and it's ready to go, same as you would. Obviously, I'm not gonna use that size, so I would use a different width right here. So you can change the width and height. Let's just say I were to keep that logo, so I would change the height to something else. Just easy and straightforward. Let's go back into share. You can email at the embed. So let's just say you got a developer and they're going to do the embed. You just email it to them. You can SMS, QR code, mobile SDK, and Slack. All super simple and super fast. And at the end, we got results. So once people start filling out these, you would get the results right here. Super easy and straightforward. Let's go back to home. Show you the other survey. We got the chat survey, which is pretty cool. It's interesting. I already embedded that, so let me just activate it. So I embedded the code. I'm just gonna enable it. It's right here. All right, let's do that. Let's go back into the home page. And boom, we got that little square right here on the right bottom. So I'm gonna click on that, and this is my Survey Sparrow chat form. And of course, I'll get started. What can we call you? It says asking for my name. George. All right, click next, and you go on to the form, so on and so forth right there. As you can see, there's a lot of type of forms. You got images, you got hands up, hands down, a lot of things you can do. So let's go back into my Survey Sparrow, and you can see that was easy. Now, just to get finished, I'm going to show you really quickly some other type of surveys questions right here. So I'm going to edit this survey right here again, and like I said, if I add a brand new one, we got the multiple choice one. I like the image one, picture choice, this one right here. Picture choice gives you, well, picture choices, right? So I'm gonna click right here, and you got images available from Unsplash. So I'll just grab this one. Do you like mountains? And another image, you like forest. So I'm just gonna say, what do you like more, right? This could be your product, this could be anything that you want. And this is gonna be mountains, and this one's gonna be forest. Okay, and it's gonna be pipe answer, fit images, randomize, multiple answers, allow other options, and none of the above. So you got all these options available. So we could say none of the above if it's something that you don't want to have there. Like just say, you know what, I don't like mountains, I don't like forest, so none of the above. And you can randomize this so it doesn't look the same all the time. So, all right, move it to the top or not? What do you like more? Okay, let's move it all the way to the top just so we can see it. So let's preview this. Let's click on get started, and there we go. We got the images. What do you like more? Okay, forest. Boom, it's selected. Now all this information, you're gonna have it in the results, or if you embed it in Google Sheets, it's be over there also. What else do we have? So you got contact form. It's already built right here. So you got name, email, you got all the information right here already available. You can remove something if you don't need it. For example, a zip code, or maybe you just need something like that. But it has all the information like that if you want to use it all the way in the beginning. Now, in my case, I just added the name. I don't want all this information, but it just depends on anyone. Now, this one is going to grab all the information, and it's going to create those variables for you. And you got picture choice, yes and no, numbers, messages, uploads. You can upload, for example, documents, images, things that you want. A matrix, that's really cool. Rank order, date, drop down. So maybe date would be, hey, what's your age? Or when did you purchase your product? That could be one of the questions. A drop down. Whoops, didn't want to click on that, but I did, sorry. Constant sum, so that would be a cool one. A payment. You also have the payment gateway available by Stripe. Now, to get this enabled, you need to allow Stripe to connect with each other. So that's pretty cool. Content agreement or website right here. So all that's available. The consent agreement is a really important one that you leave over here at the end. And if you want to edit the thank you at the end right here, that's also available. So depending on the plan, you got enabled, for example, the end image right here. You can allow buttons, social share. So for example, you want them to share it. If you want to remove branding or you want to keep it, and the page redirect. So that means that when they are done with the form, that means it goes to a page that you want. Maybe it could be a sales page, it could be a thank you page, it could be the home page, or just use the other ones that are not page redirect. So it's easy and straightforward to use. I hope you guys like this video. Super easy to use. Survey Sparrow, I think it looks awesome. It's flexible. I like all the integrations that it has, and super easy to embed on your site. Well, there you go, guys. That is Survey Sparrow. I hope you guys like this video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.